Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
アーチボルド・ウィトウィッキーの子孫サミュエル・ウィトウィッキーはお前か。私はオプティマス・プライム。
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday, the end of the week.
Coming in with running lariat into a DDT.
And Richard's already knocking Vince out of his chair.
With sweet chin music to finish. Time for a super kick party.
Time for a super kick party, yeah, buddy. Because if you're here, it's Friday, the end of the week. and that means you're all indeed made of sterner stuff. What's going on, bim bams? Wooga wooga, bacon ears. Wooga wooga, booga booga, my bim bams and flum bums. We have made it once again to the end of the week. Another week done. It's over. It's all gone. And it's time to kick off the weekend. Let's go. And Richard coming in hot right out the gate, kicking Vince out of his chair, even though he had already been knocked out of his chair by Mr. Casher before the stream even started. So we've got a super kick train on. This is crazy.
Hey Orbital, happy Friday. It's been a while, things have been very busy lately.
Jazz Wolf Blaze coming in. Thank you very much. Pizza rolls for you, Jazz.
Congrats ladies and flum bums, you made it through another week.
Hell yeah, Hothead Studios. Hell yeah. Look at this shit. Okay, right out the gate. Right out the gate. This is insane. Let's go. Baconeers. Baconeers, the true army. Rise up. Let's go. Let's go. So I was going to say all hail Mr. Caster Hopper because he kicked Vince out of his chair before the stream even started. But all hail Richard Hooper, who just dethroned him. But you know what? I got enough pizza rolls to go around. Pizza rolls for everybody. And Caster Hopper and Richard, this waifu swings for both of you. That's right. Let's go. Let's go. So we got the full Baconeer army in here, guys, already kicking off things. Let's go. I'm going to give some shouts out to the chat before we get started here. I see a lot of familiar faces and some coffee members, some channel members. So let me give you guys some shouts out first. I see Prince of the Abyss, Space Cyborg Dragon, the most extreme 90s name ever. Hell yeah. We got Taverns Pull in here. We got Jazz Wolf Blaze. We got Alchemy. We got Ronma Chaos. What's up, buddy? It's good to see you. Richard Hooper and Mr. Caster Hopper, as I mentioned already, good to see you guys both. Let me make sure. Waste of Space, Prince of the Abyss. I think I might have already said that. I'm just scrolling up really fast to make sure I didn't miss any other blue wrenches before I get to everyone else. And then I see Hothead Studios, Ronald Christian, Parker Parrish, Blu-ray Productions from the other side. The other side. What's going on? What's going on? War Wicked is here. Ravens and Flies is here. Battleframe Studios. Hello. Hello, Battleframe. Good to see you. Good to see you. NPC Cobalt is here. We got Killer Tomatoes. Killer Tomatoes is here. Kiss Mew. Noname OVA. What's going on? Knockout Starscream is here. Cybertron Convoy. Greetings. Bumblebee 2006. Hello there. Welcome, welcome. We got Transformer fans in the house, it seems. Base Wave Studios. Hail the creator of Augur cards. That's right. Richard does the Chronicle of Pete's and the Book of Augurs, all of those trading cards. He makes them all. Hell yeah. Painting and Rambling is here. Ronald Neal. Man, there's so many. Starscream. The chat's just flying by. If I miss you, I'll try to keep my eye on the chat and give you a shout out as we go along. I see Sane Adam in there. Man, so many Kaiser Soze, so many familiar faces. It's good to see you all. All the stars are here. All the stars are here, man. Let's go. We're going to have a fun night. We're going to have a fun night. If you can't tell already, I'm zooking out. I'm zooking out because I'm excited for tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff cooked up. For anybody who's new to these streams or maybe not sure what's going on, what we do every Friday is we take a break from the regular broadcast of cartoons and anime and stuff, and we do a recap. You know, we go over the memes, we wrangle some waifus, and we keep everybody up to date with the latest stuff.
It was fun watching What I Could Have Hyper Police with you. Lordy though, was the anime ever censored in comparison to the manga?
Maverick Cat, thank you. Maverick Cat, pizza rolls for you. Thank you so much. Buster Keaton. You know, and that's a good point, that the manga was a lot less censored than the anime. We're going to actually get to that later. I've got a lot of fun segments for you guys. So as I was saying, what we do every Friday is we keep everybody caught up. So if you're new to the channel and you want to get in on the community, because it's a really fun community, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to hang out, because these guys are a lot. I would want, if it wasn't my own community, if I was just like on the outside looking, I'd be, hey, I want to hang out with these guys. The Baconeers, and it's not because of me, it's because you guys are awesome. And the Baconeers are the best. So for anybody who's like looking in on the community and he goes, hey, I want to hang out there, these streams are a good way to get you caught up with all the weird stuff that we say. You know, we've got like our own language practically at this point, talking about wrangling waifus and zooking out and all that kind of stuff. So these live streams will get you caught up on that. And even if you're a regular and maybe you couldn't make it to all the streams from the past week and you missed a couple of shows or whatever, then this is a good way to get you caught up on that as well. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I've got a lot of fun memes cooked up. We've got some waifus to wrangle, of course. And as the stream is titled, I've got a new segment for you guys tonight. We're going to be taking a look at a couple of commercials that were too hot for Saturday morning. You know, they just were a little too spicy, you know, like we're all about waifus here. We enjoy the wooga wooga and the booga booga. We're a fan of both here, you know. Does that stand for like tits and ass? Is wooga wooga tits and booga booga is booty? Like, how does that go? Either way, we like the wooga wooga and the booga booga.
All aboard the BOOGA train to Space Mountain. Bring your favorite waifus. Woo, 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 ga.
Booga. All aboard the BOOGA train. Let's go. We're starting up another BOOGA train here. Wooga, wooga. Hell yeah. We're going to Space Mountain. All right. Let's go. Let's get on the BOOGA train to Space Mountain. I'm down for that. That sounds like fun. Here we go. Here. Yo, last week was crazy, guys. Last week was crazy with the BOOGA train. We had a 20-car BOOGA train, the first ever BOOGA train. And for the first ever, what a doozy. It had some length. It had quite a length to it. 20 cars, 18 uninterrupted. There were a couple of bigger donations that came in at the end. But you know what? We're not going to let those interrupt. Those were just some fancy cars in between before the caboose came in.
Booga, booga, booga.
Let's go. Hothead Studios. Here it goes. We're rolling out. We're rolling out the BOOGA train. You know what? I think it's safe to say all aboard the Chattabooga Express. Let's go.
Pardon me, boy. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo?
Let's go.
Right on track 29.
Let's go. All aboard. All
Boy, you
aboard,
can
everyone.
Give me a shine.
We're taking a ride. We're going to Space
Pardon
Mountain.
me, boy.
Wooga,
Is that the
wooga.
Chattanooga choo-choo? Right on track 29.
We're
Boy,
going to
you can
Space
give me
Mountain.
a shine.
Everything's loaded up. We got all the essentials. We got everything we need, except the stream is lagging. I don't know why it's lagging. The BOOGA train, the stream can't handle the BOOGA Express. It's causing lag. It's going crazy. That's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Prince says you've been working on this one, haven't you? Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I've been preparing.
Don't you mean Hyperspace Mountain? Disney is changing it to a Star Wars theme.
No, Maverick Cat. No, we mean Space Mountain. I don't care what Disney's doing. Disney's ruining everything. Changing it to Hyperspace Mountain. That's ridiculous. Space Mountain. It will forever be Space Mountain. Woo! Wooga! That's right. It'll forever be Space Mountain. All aboard. All aboard the BOOGA. The Chattabooga choo-choo. Okay? It will forever be Space Mountain. That's where we're going. That's where we're going on the Chattabooga choo-choo. We're going to Space Mountain. If my computer can handle it, it's zooking out. It's zooking out more than I am. This is pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild, guys. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, we've got a lot of fun stuff planned tonight. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into a lot of fun segments. Like I said, the Too Hot for Saturday Morning segment is coming up later on tonight. And then, of course, we got the Saturday morning memes. We've got the waifu roundup. And then I'm going to take a look at Richard Hooper's stable. He just happens to be the stream boss. I don't know. I don't know if he had a prescient vision, if he can see the future. But he just so happens to be the stream boss, and I'm going to be taking a look at his waifu stable tonight. So we got plenty to get into. So without any more hot dogging and grandstanding, let's get right into it, guys. Let's get right into it because we got a lot. We got a lot. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm actually kind of interested to see what you guys think of the madness that's been cooked up tonight. I have no idea. So tomorrow, as you guys know, a quick update before we get into the memes and stuff, is that, as you guys know, tomorrow is not just Saturday. Obviously, it's Saturday, so we got Saturday morning cartoons, we got Saturday anime, but it's April the 20th, so it's 420. So I cooked up a special edition of Saturday morning cartoons tomorrow. And so for the Saturday morning memes, expect the Zook to be flowing. Normally the cheese will flow. Normally we have the cheese flowing. But tomorrow the Zook will flow along with the cheese just as equally, if not more so. It's going to be pretty wild. But get ready. All I can say is just get ready. We're going to have a morning full of Zooked Out episodes, drug PSAs, commercials that they tell you not to do drugs while simultaneously making you kind of want to try them. It's going to be a wild morning. It's going to be pretty crazy, okay? That's all I can say. Yeah, Zook.
We like Zook, see?
Look, we like Zook. Okay? This guy's fine. He's going to be fine. No cartoon characters were harmed in the making of tomorrow morning's lineup.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
He's just zooking out. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally fine. Yeah. So we're gonna have a really fun morning tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty wild. So hopefully you guys can tune in early because it starts immediately, right away. I don't give any sort of warning or buffer zone. Right away, the first commercials, the first shows that start off the batch are going to be zooking out right away. So hopefully you guys can show up early. But even if you can't, you don't worry. The entire morning, every single commercial, every single show, it's going to be zooking out. It's going to be crazy. I also have a special bonus cartoon at the end. So we're going to go through our normal lineup, 80s and 90s mix, right? But then at the end, I have a special bonus cartoon lined up, and I'm thinking it's going to be something that not a lot of you have seen before. And the thing about it is that I haven't really told even the channel members. I haven't told them, and I've had a few people guess, and I haven't got anybody guess it yet. Now, one person, I think it was Tavern's Bull on Discord, he said, "Is it going to be Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue?" Because it's not necessarily super obscure, but if you didn't remember it from the time, you haven't like searched for it, you're not really gonna remember it. This one got buried after. They haven't done anything since. This was like a unique merging of the brands, merging of the franchises to tell everybody not to do drugs. Don't be zooking out, okay? Bugs Bunny and Alvin and Alf and the Smurfs were like, don't zook out. Michelangelo, he's not pictured, sir, not appearing in this photo, but he was in the show, was Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. So they got the most stoner Ninja Turtle, because they're all kind of stoners, really. But Michelangelo, the most stoner Ninja Turtle, to be like, hey man, don't do drugs, bro. Like, Smoking weed is a totally bummer, dude. It's not a cowabunga, bro. So yeah, it was pretty wild. However, this is not the bonus cartoon because this got blocked. This got blocked to hell. I tried a couple of different uploads, like trimming things out, trying to edit it certain ways to make it, maybe get past the copyright checks, censors, blockers, whatever they're called. And nothing would get through. It all got worldwide blocked. I think it has something to do with Bush Sr. and his wife. They say a message at the beginning. So I don't know. I think like somebody owns it, even though it's a PSA. It's one big 30-minute PSA, I guess, because it has all these licensed characters. Somebody owns it, and they don't want anyone showing it on YouTube. Even though it's on YouTube, you can still go and watch it. But it's just like some of those other shows I've talked about before where, what was it last week? Fantastic Four, where you can find them on YouTube because they've been uploaded a decade or more ago, or however many years. And I guess they're grandfathered in, but if you try to do a new upload, they get blocked. So no Cartoon All-Stars to the rescue. That's not the special bonus super secret cartoon. For anybody who thought maybe that was going to be it, you were going to guess it, you were going to say, hey, I know what the super secret bonus cartoon is. It's Cartoon All-Stars to the rescue. I remember that one where Michelangelo, the most stoner pot-smoking Ninja Turtle, tries to tell that guy not to do drugs. I remember that. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. That's not what it is. I'm not going to tell you the name, but I will show you one single screenshot, okay? I will show you one single screenshot. I'm not going to tell you the name. I don't even know if it has a name. I don't think it does. I don't think this has a name. But just make sure you're ready. Just make sure you're ready. Get all the Zook that you have in your storehouse. Stock up. Get everything. Because nothing will prepare you. Nothing will prepare you. Richard says, is that Drugs Bunny's idiot cousin? This is like proto Drugs Bunny. This is Drugs Bunny's dad. Drugs Bunny Sr. Okay? Like, this, I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say is just get ready. Get ready. We're all going to be zooking out. None of us are safe. We're all going to be zooking out tomorrow morning. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, volume 420 on April the 20th.
All hail the Cheesecake Factory, where the waifus are hot and the meat is questionable. WWO for life. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's perfect timing right there. Perfect timing, Cheetos. Thank you.
Cheetos!
Thank you, Cheetos. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow watching all these wacky ass cartoons, episodes of shows that we know and love that are zooked out more than normal. I know like a lot of the episodes that I normally put in the lineup are pretty on the zook already, especially shows like Transformers, stuff from the 80s, you know. But these are extra special zook episodes with an extra special bonus zooked out cartoon at the end.
No, man, he's just
It's gonna be
zooking
a lot of
out.
fun,
He'll
so.
be okay.
Guys, get ready for that. Get ready for that. All right, let's do a stable review. Let's check out Richard Hooper's stable. You know what? Every time I do one of these, this is like one of my new favorite segments every week because I like seeing what you guys submit as your top 5 picks for your waifu stable, especially when they start to get more obscure and stuff like that. So Richard Hooper, he has been a long time supporter, one of the original channel members. When I first set up Patreon, he signed up for that. It got shut down, had to go over to Coffee. And when I signed up when I set that up, he signed up over there. He's been signed up for a long time. And not only that, but Richard does all of the, we've mentioned it earlier, he does all of the Chronicle of Pete trading cards and the Book of Augur trading cards. So whenever we have those segments, we don't necessarily have them every week, but whenever we have those segments where we feature a Pete or an Augur, you know, a character that stood out as either a bumbling idiot, which would be a Pete, or an absolute Chad, which would be an Augur, he makes a trading card in kind of like a 90s style trading card out of them. So really, really cool guy, fun contributor to the channel. Appreciate the work that he does on those and the support that he's given to the channel. So we're going to be taking a look at his waifu stable. We're going to see who he would be wrangling and keeping in his stable if it came down to the bottom 5, the bottom babes. All right, let's check it out. So here we go. And in true fashion, he has provided trading cards for his waifu stable. Okay, we've got a unique waifu stable review this week. All right, so taking a look at his number 5, we've got Anaconda from Zyba 9. And you have to say it that way every single time. If you say it any other way, you're saying it wrong. You're actually pronouncing it wrong. You know, it's like French or Japanese or something where they have very specific pronunciation. So if you just say Zyber 9 or whatever, that's like, I don't know, that's like saying like arigato or something. I don't know. It's like horribly mispronouncing something. You have to say Zyba 9. So Anaconda, number 5, Snake Girl, Snake Waifu, the originator of the Stinky Wota meme, you know? So this is actually one of my personal favorite waifus, especially on the obscure side of things. She doesn't really get enough love. And she's been featured in a couple of Master Kraken artworks because she's one of our personal favorites. She's been dressed up as Morgan from the Darkstalkers. We're going to have her featured in the Waifu Mania, the upcoming Waifu Mania event that's going to have wrestling matches featuring the Saturday morning waifus dressed up as wrestlers that you all know and love from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Basically everything from Hulkamania through Attitude Era, all that good stuff. So we've got Anaconda as the ultimate waifu. So she's going to be in the Waifu Mania event. She's a personal favorite. Yeah, originator of the Stinky Wota meme. So she's a really good waifu. An excellent pick so far. Number 4, we have Miria Sterling from Robotech. Now, I don't know too much about this waifu myself. Let me check. He's got some notes here. Let me check his notes. It says she's tough but loving and her ability to adapt and survive. Okay, so kind of like the nurturing motherly waifu. I can see that. You know, it's not a character I know too much about myself, but you know, not a bad pick. We're off to a good start. Maverick Cat says, Waifu Mania 2024, only at the XL Center. This Sunday. Be there.
Bro has a waifu deck.
Hell yeah, Battleframe. Hell yeah, pizza rolls for you, good sir. He does. He has a whole waifu deck, man. Although, I don't want to activate the trap card. Let's not activate the trap card. Let's not do that. Okay, I'm all for the waifu deck. No trap cards. No trap cards allowed. I'm pretty sure Richard would agree though. He would say, my deck doesn't have any trap cards. Oh, Richard, no, I'm not trying to expose you, man. I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, Twitter ain't going to be happy about this. That's right, Bumblebee. Twitter ain't going to be too happy. I mean, when is Twitter happy about anything? Man, when are they happy about anything? Like, all they do is get angry. All they do. Oh, no. Tavern says, no, wait, you activated my Wrangle card. Okay, that's better. Wrangle card. I like that. That one's better. Activated the Wrangle card. What are we going to do? All right, so we've got Miria Sterling, Anaconda. We're off to a good start here. A couple of obscure waifus. I like this. Next up, April O'Neil, the original, the OG. Now, this one, hold on a minute now. This one's a little contentious. I don't know if you're going to be able to hold April O'Neil in your stable. It's going to take more than just one stable to hold April O'Neil. This is like the top. This is Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve. You know, top championship. She holds the belt. I don't know if you're going to be able to contain her in just one stable. This is a contentious pick, man. I don't know. Imagine all the others that are going to be going for April as well. If we invoke that rule, because I made up a new rule last week. Since this is a fairly new segment, we're sort of making it up as we go along. I invoked a new rule last week that anybody who, if there's a highly contended waifu such as April O'Neil.
Do we have room for OC waifus in the WWO? I have some already and an upcoming one too that I would love to debut on a future show.
Let's go. Yeah, OC waifus, especially if they've been featured in like a comic or something. Because I know shouts out, first of all, pizza rolls for you, good sir. Shouts out Ronald Christian, who makes his own comic books. So yeah, man, if you're talking about characters that they may be OCs, but they've had appearances in your comics and stuff, or they're gonna have appearance in upcoming comics, and you've got some really nice art of them, go ahead and wrangle them up, put them in your stable, and we'll feature them in an upcoming stable review, man. Definitely. I don't think it gets any more obscure than that. I don't think it gets any more obscure than an OC. You know, that's pretty. That's about as obscure as you can get. All I require is good art, like really good art, like not just. I don't want anything that you'd find in the depths of deviant art. You know, I want like some quality stuff. But I know you've got that. I'm not really talking to you. I know you've already got that. But anybody else who's thinking, oh, maybe I'll throw my OC in there. Well, just make sure you've got some top tier art, and then I guess I'll allow it. It's your stable. What am I gonna do? Say, nah, you can't have your own OC in your own stable? It's your stable. I mean, I don't know that anybody else is gonna wrangle them into theirs, but it's your stable. But yeah, that brings me back to what I was saying, is that with April O'Neil, you know, she's just gonna get wrangled. If somebody invokes that new rule from last week, she's just gonna get wrangled right out of your stable, dude. Don't know what to tell you, bud. She's gonna get wrangled right out of your stable. Don't know what to tell you, bud. But it's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. I mean, April O'Neil, holy shit, right? Top tier, but she's not gonna stay in there for very long. That's all I'm telling you. All right, next up, we got Lisa Hayes. Another one from Robotech. He's double dipping his wick. Double dipping in Robotech. I don't know. That's dangerous, bud. These waifus, they talk, you know. They gossip. They might get a bowl full of Frosted Flakes and take you out when you're not expecting it, when you're not looking. You're gonna have to keep your head on a swivel there, because they talk, man. They talk, and they're gonna share Frosted Flakes. They're gonna share gossip. Head on a swivel, Richard. Head on a swivel, man. Double the danger. Living dangerously. Like an auger. The life of an auger. Double dipping in the wrangling in his stable, man. I can't believe it. All right. And his bottom babe, number one bottom babe, we have Pyro Tess from Record of Lodos War. Now this is an excellent choice, a fine choice. This actually redeems the contentious pick of April O'Neil. Again, not that there's anything wrong with April, but Pyro Tess, this is, I mean, top tier waifu. You've got a dark elf, a chocolate mocha knife ear waifu, okay? She's a little bit on the obscure side, but not too bad. I don't know if anybody's going to be trying to steal her from you, invoking that new rule too fast. But at the same time, oh man, what a great pick. Pyro Tess. So let's see what he says about him. This is basically his theme for his stable, is that they're designed around handling Pete's and Mildred's and wrangling waifus on the side. So this is kind of like an ass-kicking squad of waifus that don't take no shit. They don't take no shit. And if they had a theme song, if they had an entrance theme for this stable, when this waifu stable's making their way to the ring in SMW, Saturday morning waifu main event, here we go.
Divine, you're meaning a war. To me, it's what we do in the Lord. I feel the heat coming off of the blacktop, and it makes me.
That's a good theme, man. That's a good theme. I'm digging that. That's a good theme for your waifus. That's a solid stable. I think somebody's gonna try to steal April from you pretty quickly.
I don't think she's gonna last in there very long. I'm just telling you now. Just telling you now that I don't think she's gonna last in there very long. I hate to say it, man. But the rest of them, solid choices. A winner is you. Can a monster to you, pal. A winner is you. And same to all the previous stable reviews. Those that I know, Hothead Studios, Taverns Pull. Can't even remember Aircos. Can't even remember everybody whose stable's been reviewed. But hey, you guys are all winners. Can of monsters to all of you. I really appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. And that's a good stable. I really like this segment. I want to keep this going. So next week, I think I've got Alchemy lined up for next week, but there's a few other people like Mr. Caster Hopper, been a big supporter. Send in your waifu stable, and I'll review that on an upcoming live stream. Space Cyborg Dragon. Wait, let me say it right. Space Cyborg Dragon, the most extreme 90s name ever. Yeah, man, send me your waifu stable. Trying to think who else. Yeah, I like to get a few lined up ahead of time, so that way we've got stuff prepped. I like to prep ahead of time, do show prep ahead of time. But yeah, I appreciate all the support, you guys. So it means a lot, and that's why I do these stable reviews. It's a lot of fun. It's my way of saying thank you. It's basically my way of saying thank you for the support. It's just like, hey, let me feature your stable. Let's have a look. Let's joke around, have some fun. It's good times. Good time. So speaking of stable, waifu stables, having fun, joking around, it's time for some memes. I think it's time. I think we need to get into it, guys. Bob demands it. Bob demands memes. Bob demands something funny. He wants it. Prince says it feels like months. Yeah, I know. It was probably just like a few weeks ago. Probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
The most 90s extreme name, and don't anyone forget it. WOOGA.
WOOGA! Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's what's up. You know what? I forgot about it. We got the BOOGA train going, but if you check in the description, I added a couple of new menu items. So now you can order a Pardon Me Pantsu. You can order a Natsuki, thinking that you're stacked. I don't know. There's a few things in there, but yeah, I added to the soundboard too. Well, wait a minute. That didn't work. Hit the wrong button. Now we're really in trouble. Don't know what happened there. Whoops. Don't know what happened there. Now we're really in trouble. So, okay, I can't use the Pardon Me Pantsu button because for some reason.
Bob is good. Bob is life.
Bob is good. Bob is life. Bob is the key. He is the way. He's going to show us the way. Yeah, I'm hitting all the buttons. Apparently, I'm hitting like simultaneous buttons. I'm just going to mash. Okay, I'm just going to mash. That's my campaign for 2024. It's me and Augur. 2024. We're just going to mash. Pushing all the buttons. Pushing all the buttons. It looks like we've started another BOOGA train. Let's go. Pizza rolls for you guys. Hell yeah. Another BOOGA train.
Pardon me, boy. Is that the Chattanooga
All
choo-choo?
aboard.
Right on track 29.
All aboard.
Boy, you can give me a shine.
It's the Chattanooga choo-choo.
Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Right on track 29. Boy, you can give me a shine.
Let's go. Let's go. All aboard the Chattanooga choo-choo. That's why I kicked your BOOGA out of your BOOGA. Wooga wooga and booga booga. Hell yeah. All right, so yeah. Bob, he is the way. He demands memes. And we are going to give him safe haven. aboard the orbital station. He is going to now join the ranks of Kitty and Squeegee. Who else did we have? I feel like there was another critter that we got recently. Maybe I'm forgetting. But we have Kitty, we have Squeegee, and now we have Bob. Bob will join in.
Booty!
Yes. What is Bob like? I don't know. Cause see, we know that Kitty is after Pantsu, and we know Squeegee likes booty. So maybe Bob.
Boobs!
Yeah. Bob is for wooga wooga. Squeegee is for booga booga. Needle? No. Philip says Needle? Needle? We are not allowing Needle into the orbital station. No. Needle is cursed. No way, dude. No way. Denied. I can't believe it. Bob is judging you for even bringing that up. Bob is judging you for suggesting such a thing. Hothead Studios. I didn't even see this, but Hothead Studios came in secret, sneaky, and became the new stream boss. All hail Hothead Studios, the new stream boss. Pizza rolls for you, sir. This waifu, she swings for you. Thank you so much. All hail. Sneaky. I didn't even see that. I gotta be paying attention. Maybe it happened during the Chattabooga Choo Choo. Maybe I was getting aboard the Chattabooga Choo Choo. I wasn't paying attention. All right, it gets a little crazy. We're going to Space Mountain. Woo! Wooga! All right, there we go. All right, so we had some fun memes this week. We didn't really have too much from Saturday morning. We were watching everything was from the early 2000s, which had a lot of waifus, and we'll get there for the roundup. But we didn't have too much really for memes. Where the memes came in was what we watched during the week from the anime Hyper Police. And as you can see, Bob right here, he is like our herald, our new herald, our gatekeeper. He's gonna judge you if you suggest Pete's like Needle. But no, we had some fun memes from Hyper Police. It was kind of like a gold mine. We got a lot of fun stuff from it, okay? We got a lot of good stuff from it. We have right here a couple of quality guys. I don't even know if we want to classify these guys as Pete's because they provided so much entertainment. But we have Tommy and Botanan. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Are they Pete's? Or do you think that they're worthy of just being one of us? Two of us, I guess you would say. Yeah, Tavern's Pulse is two of us. Damn it, Tommy. There were no Pete's in that show. Exactly. There were no Pete's. No, Tommy and Botanan, they were a lot of fun. They were pretty much the source of the vast majority of the memes. Tommy especially, but Botanan as well. I think they are each one of us, so you could say that they're two of us. Almost to simp levels. Tommy took it a little too far. I don't know. But let's see some of the crazy shit they got into. Botanan versus Tommy. Who's your favorite? Seeing a lot of damn it Tommies in the chat. All right, let's check this out right here.
You must be feeling hungry by now. Shall we go get something to eat?
Uh-huh.
What's the matter with you, Natsuki? Let's go.
Botanan smells like a woman. While I was in here scared out of my wits, he was cavorting with some woman. I was freezing and trembling in fear, but even though he knows how much I like him, he was spending time with some woman.
What's the matter, Natsuki?
You sleazebag!
She slapped his face out of his face. Slapped his booga out of his booga. Damn, dude, she had her Frosted Flakes with her. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I say, Richard, you got to be careful when you're double dipping into the Robotech with your waifu stable, man. They have their Frosted Flakes. They have their Frosted Flakes. You got to be careful, man. She could smell it. She could smell the other women on him, dude. Had some torque to that slap. Yeah, Botsnan, man. his eyes damn near popped out, but not in a good way. Like she almost knocked him out of his skull, man. That was crazy. That was crazy. But Tommy didn't make it out any better. He might have, in fact, even been worse for Tommy.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known you've been that busy, maybe I shouldn't have asked you out in the first place, but But you know, the fact that the incidents all center on Shinjuku seems significant somehow, in my opinion. Like Fawn says, I think I smell someone behind all of this. I've got a funny feeling that someone's been purposely creating rifts in space.
You know, I haven't seen Tommy since he got a call from some girl this morning.
But I wonder why and how.
You're seeing her, aren't you, Tommy?
And I wonder who in the world it could be.
You're two-timing me, aren't you?
Huh? Hey, that's the earring that Fawn lost the other day. Oh, no.
You are two-timing me, aren't you?
I haven't done anything, nothing to be ashamed of. I swear to God, you have to believe me. I swear it.
You are seeing her, aren't you, Tommy?
I wouldn't say I'm seeing her exactly. No, it's more of a master-slave thing. That's it, yeah. But I mean, you're the one for me. Oh, honey, babe.
Yeah, I think he got it worse. I think he got it worse than Botanan. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. That blew the car door off. That ice explosion blew the car door off. He's puppy chow. Yeah, you got to be careful, man. These waifus are out of control. They're out of control, man.
Oh, I came, I saw, I conquered. Oh.
Miss Pooh.
Miss Poe! Yeah, Tommy wanted her to trample on him and step on him. Can you believe it? I mean, I guess you can. He's a pretty big simp. He's a puppy dog. Look where it got him, though. Look where it got him. I don't know. Maybe the Frosted Flakes was a bad idea. Maybe that was a mistake. These waifus are out of control. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, chat? These waifus are out of control. Freezing guys. Slapping their faces off. This is insane. Baseway says, Ms. Poe, please step on me, please. Dude, she'll destroy you. This goes beyond death by snoo snoo. Tay says it was deserved. I don't know. I don't know. I think they need to be wrangled. They're out of control. Too much Frosted Flakes. They've had too much. It's just like spice. If you have too much spice, it can extend life, can expand consciousness, but can it also mutate you and give you crazy powers? They've had too much. Too much of the Frosted Flakes. The waifus are out of control. Bob, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Bob? We have to rein them in. Bob he's taught me the ways of the cheese. The cheese expands life. The cheese expands consciousness. The sleeper is zooking out. It's happening again. I can see it. I can see it. Endless wrangling techniques unfolding before my eyes. I must amass an army of bacon ears. We will spread this knowledge across the planet. A holy jihad, waifu after waifu, until the entire universe is wrangled. You royal boob! All right, I think I got a little carried away there. Dalisa na cheese! Long live the Bim Bams! We do have a lot of wrangling techniques, though. We do have a lot of wrangling techniques. They have been shown. The ways have been shown to me. You royal BOOGA. Battleframe says, you royal BOOGA. Hell yeah. D-Glass says the blankness of Bob's eyes also gives me that universal insight. Now we know how to wrangle. New wrangling techniques have been unveiled. Revelations, plans within plans, wrangling within wrangling. Bob has shown us the way. Behold, behold.
That's right. Get a load of this tasty-looking morsel.
Yummers.
Frog wrangled. Tongue wrangled. I don't know what to call it. Tongue wrangled? Tongue? Yummers. That's what I call it yummers. So that's a new wrangling technique, but it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. Endless wrangling techniques. I've seen it.
Natsuki, let's get out of here! Oh, water, place at my humble command your awesome powers most pure.
Ice wrangled, water wrangle, waifu cube. I was frozen today. Water wrangled. Ice baby. Ice waifu. Doon. Ice waifu. But it doesn't even end there. There's more. There's more. Endless wrangling techniques have been revealed.
Sakura! What the? Sorry, Sakura! Please, but it was your own good! Quit struggling! Hey, what's the big idea? What did I ever do to you?
Let's be sure and seal her magic powers, too.
Yes! Release the goo! The wrangle goo! At first, I thought it was just the handcuffs. I thought, okay, that'll be pretty good. You know, just old-fashioned wrangling with handcuffs. No, you were wrong. See, Prince says old-fashioned wrangling. That's what I thought at first. But no, now we add the magic goo. We've got the magic goo wrangle. I don't even know what it is. It's crazy.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Goldie Socks rolling out the $7. He's really stacked. Let's go. But now it has been revealed. These new wrangling techniques. Wrangling techniques that have never been seen before. Things beyond the human imagination. Wrangling techniques from another dimension. They've been shown to me from the cheese and the zook. The Rangu. Maverick Cat says the Rangu. The Rangu. The Rangu must flow. Yes, I can see it. A prescient vision. The Rangu flowing across the galaxy, wrangling every waifu. Oh no, this is my new favorite thing right here, this Rangu. I don't even know what this is. This is it. It never gets old. The Cheez-It Satarak. The Cheez-It Satarak. The Zook from the outer world.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Stacked so high.
Hothead Studios, stack 'em high. Stack 'em high just like those pizza rolls. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, buddy. Now we've got a stack train. Or maybe well, right now it's just a short stack. But maybe we're building a skyscraper. Maybe we can build a skyscraper. Let's go. Zook from the other side. Battleframe says I could already tell that clip is gonna get a lot of violence. Dude, it's my new favorite. It's my new favorite thing, okay? The Cheez-It Satarak. The Cheez-It Satarak is like, I don't know.
Rangu. Just like a woman, you royal boob.
Wait, why is that? Why is Rangu just like a woman? Wait a minute, you royal boob. You royal boob. Why is the Rangu? The Rangu that's just like me. I am the Rangu. I wish I were the Rangu. Look at it. I wish I were the Rangu. I must become the Rangu. As the Cheez-It Satarak, I will become the Rangu. The royal Rangu. Hell yeah. The Wrangle Jihad.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Goldie Socks putting another one on the stack. This is getting taller than a short stack now. No message. Just come in and says, hey, I want to add another to the stack. What an auger. Absolute auger move right there. Putting another one on the stack. No message needed. This waifu swings for you, good buddy. Hell yeah. We're going. All right. So we've got some new wrangling techniques, 3 new wrangling techniques, and not just any, some crazy, out of nowhere, other dimensional, otherworldly wrangling techniques. It's going to be crazy. So let's get these waifus. We got some waifus from last week Saturday morning. It was the early 2000s edition. We've got Kiva
You're
from
really stacked, aren't you?
More.
Hothead Studios says more on the stack. Stack it higher. Stack it higher. Pizza rolls for you, good sir. Stack it higher. Stack it higher. We've got to build it. If we build it, they will come. Stack it higher. Midriff City. Yeah, guys, I promised you Midriff City last week. I promised you Midriff City. I said, look, it's going to happen. We don't necessarily have as many shows last week as we normally do. They blocked Fantastic Four. They blocked He-Man 2002. And it bummed me out. I was salty. So I had to fight back. The only way that I know how, with midriffs, with waifus. That's the only way I know how. The only way I know how to fight back is with waifus. So I got all the midriffs from the early 2000s because that was the style at the time. Was Midriff City. Big baggy pants, Jinkos, big baggy pants from Hot Topic, and Midriff City. So it was pretty easy to fight back with that. And we took you there. We took you there, chat. Last week, Midriff City, all morning long. So we had Kiva rocking out in her, I don't know if this counts as like full on goth Kiva, but she was at a rock concert. So metal Kiva, rocker Kiva, I don't know. And we also had her extremely hot ancestor, because this episode was sort of like a Terminator type plot where they went back in time to kill, well, not necessarily back in time, but since they were in the present day and Kiva was from the future, the aliens figured out that, hey, if we kill her ancestor here in the present day, it will erase Kiva from coming back in time. So sort of like the Terminator plot, right? Just with a few little details shifted around. So this is Kiva's super hot ancestor, who I would say has an even better midriff, guys. I think she's even badder than Kiva, dude. She's got the childbearing hips. This is how you know. She was Kiva. It wasn't hard to find. You know, maybe it's like the redhead gives her away, but you know, it's a rock concert. There's going to be a lot of redheads there. It was those childbearing hips. It was the womb bulge. That's what gave it away. She's going to have a long line of family, you know, big family. Long line of descendants. That's how they found her. Sometimes, you know, as much as we love the midriff, sometimes it can be dangerous. Expose the danger. Those hips. Yeah, Prince, exactly. Yes, the hothead said the womb bulge. Yes, exactly. Now, we also saw an episode of Martin Mystery, and I know this show isn't everybody's cup of tea. It's like a knockoff of Totally Spies. I think it's by the same people. It has the exact same art style. Might have even existed in the same universe. Somebody was trying to tell me there was a crossover event, maybe in like the comics or one of the episodes or something. Wouldn't surprise me. So, yeah, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it is a pretty fun show. And I'll tell you this much, Bim Bams, that if you can get through it.
Great is the power of George Washington.
Death by midriff, skull.
Death by midriff, skull. I like how he said that.
Gyat.
Skull. But yeah, if you can, thank you, Ronald. Appreciate that, man. Great is the power of George Washington, indeed. And midriff. Great is the power of midriff, but it's dangerous. You got to be careful. But yeah, if you can get through it, if you can get through Martin Mystery, Bim Bams, if you can make it, it's worth it because of the waifus. It's sort of like the reason why people watch Totally Spies. It's again with the similarities to Totally Spies, because most of us that would be here in this chat, if you did watch Totally Spies, you probably watched it for the waifus. It was a lot harder to get through Totally Spies, no pun intended.
Swing, swing.
It was a lot more difficult to get through Totally Spies just for the waifus, even though you did get a fair amount of waifu action. However, Martin Mystery, I feel like it's a lot easier to get through that show because it's not necessarily geared towards girls, even though Totally Spies had tons of waifus and stuff. It's sort of like She-Ra, how even though that was intended for a female audience, there's plenty for the guys to enjoy. Although She-Ra is a lot more entertaining than Totally Spies in my opinion. But Martin Mystery was more of a general audience thing. If anything, it might have even been more towards guys, even though there was a general. The reason I say general audience is because there was a little bit of a female audience taken into consideration with the sister character, and of course the overall presentation of the American anime thing. But like I was saying, if you can get through it, Bim Bams, it's worth it. It'll be worth your suffering because there's tons of waifu, just NPC waifus, like background waifus. You know, they don't even have names. They don't have speaking lines. They just show up briefly for cutaway gags or in the background as like main characters are walking by. But you get to see enough that it's like, hey, this is pretty fun. And then the show has good humor and stuff too, so you might actually enjoy it. You never know. But we see here the titular character, Martin Mystery himself, sort of imagining what it might be like to go to the beach in this one episode. They go to, I think it was Monte Carlo, and he's one of us. He's one of us, chat. He's a baconeer. He's a flum bum. He's a bim bam. He is definitely one of us. Tavern says it's the stepsister. My bad, stepsister. That's right. You gotta make sure that they can get all the fanfic, open the door for all the fanfic. It's a stepsister. I think she's in the pic. She's probably like the girl in the blue and purple bikini there. She's one of the girls there, I'm sure. But we do have other waifus in the show. Now, this isn't one of the background waifus. This is actually one of the main character waifus. She's like the Dami Miami waifu, the one who leads the crew from behind the scenes and gets angry at everything because it's always going wrong. You see here, she got covered in various liquids while cooking. Yeah, mom. Yeah. So this is a definite waifu from the show for sure. MILF. I mean, mom. Yeah, Prince. Everybody was going crazy for this character. People who had already seen the show knew it was coming up, you know. There's a couple of episodes where you get to see a bit more of her. Most of the time, she's behind the scenes and it's a brief one-off. She sends them off on their mission for the week, you know. Here's gonna be the plot of the episode, and that's all you see of her. Maybe you see her again at the end once everything is resolved. But there's a couple episodes where you get to see a bit more of her in more ways than one, figuratively and literally. And I might have to include that more. What do you guys think? Chat, what do you guys think? Okay. I know I just got done pitching. I was like, hey, you got to check it out. There's waifus and stuff. It's worth it. But I want to hear what you guys think. Should I put more Martin Mystery in future lineups? You won't see it a lot because I tend not to do too many early 2000 stuff anyway. But every now and then we get like TMNT 2003 or Megas XLR. So I do every now and then put in those early 2000 shows in regular lineups where it's not even a special edition. So if you guys want more Martin Mystery, I'll put this in. And if you're not sold already, how about another background waifu? How about another waifu that was just randomly in the background? Martin goes up to hit on her. She's an NPC waifu, doesn't even get to speak. She's just there looking hot. If you weren't sold already, let's go. Alchemy says science mommy, top waifu. Ronald Christian says He-Man 2002. I tried that one, man. I tried that one in the early 2000s edition that was from last week.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Goldie Socks again, stacking it higher, stacking it higher. Pizza rolls for you and the good time. You know what? No message needed there. You don't even need a message there, bud. Speak to the waifu. Speak directly to the waifu.
Swing, swing.
No message needed at all. Stack it higher. Stack the waifus higher. Stack the waifus higher, man. That's what Natsuki demands it. Natsuki demands it. Stack the waifus higher. It must be done. Oh man, perfect timing. Perfect timing. It is. It is, Goldie Socks. It's a stacked kind of night. It's a stacked kind of night. But yeah, that's why I'm thinking we should do some more Martin Mystery in future lineups every now and then. Definitely.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Hothead Studios again, stacking it higher. No message needed. Speak to the waifu.
Yacht.
No message needed. You guys are just coming in like, hey, I'm stacking it higher. This is how we roll. This is how the Baconeers roll. The Bim Bams. This is how we do it. No message needed. Just stack it higher. Don't even care. Just stack it. Make it more stacked. Gooch, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, we got waifus from Martin Mystery. We got waifus from Megas XLR. And then of course, the star waifu from last week, at least from Saturday morning, that is, was Black Cat from Spectacular Spider-Man.
Swing, swing.
My goodness. Black Cat, I don't think you can make her look bad. Like, I think that they tried, not in this, but I think like modern comics and stuff, you know, they try to make all the characters look ugly, the female characters especially. They try to make Black Cat look ugly and they couldn't. They can't even do it. They can't even do it when they try. Not that they were trying here. They made her hot. They knew what they were doing. Black Cat, she looked good from every angle in this show. Right side up, upside down. I like how they took extra attention to detail.
Rage is the power of George Washington.
He's gonna drain his wallet watching the bouncy gif.
That's right. Eyes going up and down, buddy. Eyes going up and down, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, Battle Frame. Wooga wooga. Wooga wooga. Pizza rolls for you, buddy. I like that special attention to detail, though, that they gave to the gravity. You know, she's hanging upside down. Not only is the hair being affected by gravity, but also the booba.
Boobs.
That's special attention to detail. You got to appreciate that. You got to appreciate that. That's craftsmanship. That's proper craftsmanship. You don't really get that these days. They probably wouldn't even draw her boobs big enough to be affected by gravity. But yeah, she looks good from right side up, upside down, any angle. Doesn't matter. Rotate her around 360 degrees.
Booty!
Every angle was looking good. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Yeah, gravity.
Boobs.
Affecting the boobs.
Shake your booty!
Extra thick. That's right. That's right. Yeah, there is no making Black Cat look bad. She's always fire. Always fire. Everything is thighs. Yeah, this was definitely research.
Freeman, It's raining.
Maverick Cat's got to head out. Thanks for hanging out, Maverick Cat. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Says always great to watch. Hey, I appreciate it. I'm really glad that you're able to catch these live streams as well as the watch party. It's good having you in the community. 360 degrees of booty. That's right, hothead. That's right. Hell yeah. Okay. Black Cat, man, she looks good. Now, as much as we like the 2008 Spectacular Spider-Man Black Cat, I saw some people say it in the chat Saturday morning. Some people were talking about it in Discord afterwards, and I have to agree. I think it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway just so I can show some images. Hands down, though, as much as I love this design, the 90s one is superior. I will always be biased to the 90s, and probably over that the 80s. You know, it's like it kind of goes back to a certain point when you get to that like late 70s, early 80s. That's where it was really like peak design for female character design. But yeah, 90s is better than 2000s. 80s is better than 90s. You get the picture. You get the picture. But the 90s Felicia Black Cat, not only is the design, in my opinion, superior, but you also got the transformation. In that version, she had the serum where it was like she would transform to get her quote unquote super soldier abilities. It was the serum was derived from the super soldier serum that made Captain America, because her dad or granddad, whoever, I think it was her granddad, was involved in making the formula, or he stole the formula or something like that, because he was a thief. And so she has this like weird version of the super soldier formula in the 90s cartoon, and she can transform, she can bulk up into a muscle mommy waifu on command. It's like Super Saiyan, but for a waifu. So you know that's got to be the top one. That's the superior one.
Swing, swing.
You can disagree, but you're wrong.
Gyat.
Hubba dubba. Yeah, where's Grease Pit? Where's Grease Pit? I need to make that a hotkey so I can mash that button. Hubba dubba. Super Waifu 3. Yeah, 90s Black Cat. Superior. Cat girl supremacy. Cat girl supremacy. Ronald says death by abs. And this is like just the right amount of abs. I'm not a really big fan of overly toned women. Like muscle mommies have become a thing lately. I mean, they've been a thing forever, but they've become like a popular trend lately. And people have been getting carried away with it. Just like when the thickness became trendy, like, I don't even, it was like 10 years ago or so. I don't know how, it's been a while that skinny girls have been not the thing and thickness has been the sickness. But it got carried away at one point, you know? And you've seen like whether it was fan art or even girls that would get plastic surgery and stuff that would go over the top. And I've seen the same thing happen with muscle mommies where it's too much muscle. But Felicia Hardy right here, both in the official, because you can see this is the official screenshot from the show. This is fan art, but it looks like it's very close to the show. But that to me is just the right amount of abs, where it's like, or muscle definition overall, not just abs, but like muscle definition in general, where you're like, it's toned, you know, it's toned, it's defined, but it's not bulky. You don't want like a lot of bulky, a lot of beef. Cause then you're veering over into masculine territory. Too much beef. But yeah, I don't mind some tone, some muscle definition. Blue Raven says, yeah, muscle girl characters were not as popular as they are now. Yeah, that's the thing is I know they've been around for a while, but it seems like recently they've just been exploding in popularity. Tavern says, give me a lean beef patty. That's a good way to put it. Lean beef patty. Space Cyborg Dragon says, as long as they remain feminine. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. As long as they remain feminine. You know, when you get too bulky, too beefy, veering into masculine territory, that's no good. Beef. You don't want to be caught on the south side of beef, dude. That's not a good place to be. You don't want to be caught on the south side of beef. All right, last Saturday night, our Saturday night anime, we did a little bit different from what we normally do. Normally, I like to play either one single movie, or if it's like an OVA or something, I'll try to put all the episodes in one video or break it up into a couple nights, like what we were doing with Those Who Hunt Elves, where it was an extended series and lasted about 4 weeks. This past Saturday, I did sort of like what we do for Saturday morning, just way trimmed down. So instead of like 8 different shows or 7 different shows.
George Washington. I don't like bulky either. What about classic She-Hulk from the Hulk and F4 cartoons?
Yeah, Ronald, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's what I'm talking about, man. She-Hulk, the classic, the sensational She-Hulk from the comic books, and the Fantastic Four cartoon, both the 90s one and the early 2000s one, both were perfect. Perfect. But yeah, so this past Saturday, I was saying, and thank you again for the support, man. I really appreciate that. But this past Saturday night, I did something sort of like Saturday morning, where instead of taking 7 or 8 different shows, I took just 2 different anime and we mashed them together, because Maris, the super gal, or chojo as it's called in Japanese, that was about 45 or 50 minutes long. It wasn't a full-length movie, and it was a standalone OVA. So I didn't really feel right just playing it by itself, because like, that's not feature length. That's not enough for Saturday night. That's going to leave you wanting more. That's no good. I gotta be better to the Baconeers, right? So I found another series, Hyper Police, and even though I had intended to play it throughout the week, because I really enjoyed it, and I was hoping that, you know, you guys would as well. So I was like, you know what? I'll probably just play this through the week, or maybe we can do it like Those Who Hunt Elves and do it over the next few Saturdays. But then when I realized that Maris was not going to be enough on her own, I'm like, you know what? Let's throw Hyper Police in there. The first 3 episodes, it'll be like a sampler. And if you guys like it, if it gets a good reaction, then I'm just going to go ahead and play it through the week, man. We'll marathon, we'll get it out. And you guys loved it, so that's what we did. And not only did you guys like the show itself, but you guys really liked the format. I got incredible positive feedback for the format. It was actually more so than the shows. It was like, yeah, you guys love Maris, the random zany plot. I don't know, I was trying to think of another word for plot, because it didn't really have a plot. It was just like the things that happened, you know, the proceedings of that show. But you guys loved it. You know, it had a great soundtrack. You guys loved Hyper Police, but I almost got even more positive feedback on just the format. Just that, hey, I like that it was a mix of a couple things rather than just one movie. I like that you threw a couple of ads in there, random stuff. There was the trailer, which that was actually, those trailers were just from the videotape. You know, the VHS of Maris had those trailers at the beginning. So I was just like, hey, I'm just going to leave it in. The only thing I cut out was the FBI warning, because I was like, this, you know, being a Baconeer, sailing the high seas as a Baconeer, right? Thought it wasn't a good look to leave the FBI warning at the beginning. So I cut that out. But the VHS rip actually had those trailers. So I just left those in. And you guys really enjoyed that. You really enjoyed the commercials that I found. I found a couple of random Japanese commercials. I made my own t-shirt ad for the Dominion Tank Police, because any excuse to play the Puma Twins dancing scene, I'm going to take it. And yeah, you guys loved it. So we're going to be doing that again this week. And when we get done with the waifu roundup, like we always do at the end of the waifu roundup, you know, I always tell you what we're going to be watching for Saturday night. So I'll be revealing that this at the end of this stream as well. And when you see what we got coming up, I think you're really going to enjoy it because I stuck to the format and it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's what we watched last Saturday was Maris, the super gal. She was cool. Kind of like surprise wrestling. You know, we had some SMW, we had WWO, Waifu World Order in action on the big screen. It was pretty cool, man. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I completely forgot. I remember the wrestling stuff being from a separate anime because I think that the Rumik World or whatever it's called, they made another anime. I think it's called like Wannabes or something that had wrestling in it. And I was thinking that's where all the wrestling scenes came from. And then, oh yeah, it actually happened in Maris as well. So that was a nice treat to have some SMW. Hell yeah, dude. The chat was going crazy. Yeah, winch fight. The waifu wars. It was awesome seeing the WWO in action. We also, as I mentioned, we also watched Hyper Police. So of course, we got to mention Natsuki. We got to wrangle Natsuki officially. Somebody get her in your stable. This Hyper Police is pretty obscure, so this immediately counts as a stable ready waifu. She's not a champion, highly contested. Nobody's gonna be stealing her. Well, maybe some other Baconeers might be trying to steal her because, you know, we're all like endeared to Natsuki now, or she's endeared to us, however the proper way to say that. But get her in your stable, man. She needs a home. I think she burned her home down during the events of the anime. She kept having electrical leaks, or what do they call it? Electrical discharge. Her powers were just going off randomly. And she burned her house down. She needs a home. Somebody get her in your stable.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Gyat.
Goldie Socks stacking it higher with the Gyat.
Gyat.
Another perfectly timed super chat. Yes, Gyat.
Swing.
Couldn't say it better myself. Stacking higher. We like, just like we like our waifu.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
The meta is real.
The meta is real. This is the new waifu meta. This is the new waifu meta, you know? We started out, we had Hannah and Princess Lana. It was, you know, it was kind of vanilla, to be honest. It was kind of vanilla. We were just like bugging our eyes out, going wooga wooga, look at these waifus. But now we're wrangling, getting them in stables, stacking them high. Wooga wooga, Hothead Studios, man. Thank you so much. Pizza rolls for you, good sir. Coming in, stacking it higher. He's already the stream boss. He's already the stream boss, and he's stacking it higher.
Booga booga booga!
That's a booga booga for you, sir, as well. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. But yeah, we've got a whole new waifu meta. You know, it's always evolving. That's another reason you got to attend these live streams and keep up. It's not just so you can get the latest memes from Saturday morning. I say latest memes, and we watch stuff from like decades ago. Get the latest memes from the 90s, guys. You want the latest memes from 1984? Tune in every Friday for the latest memes from 1986. You gotta get the latest 90s jokes, guys. But yeah, you gotta stay up to date with the waifu meta. Okay? You gotta stay up to date with the waifu meta. It's not just the memes. It's not just the memes. It's not just it's not just wrangling the waifus. There's a whole meta. There's a whole meta. You gotta stay up to date. You gotta stay up to date. Saint Adam says, "Meme me up, Scotty. Meme me up." We gotta keep you up to date with all the latest stuff from the 80s and 90s. The freshest vintage. That's right, Curtis. That's right. The lore. Exactly, Ron McChaos. The lore. Gotta get the lore. The orbital station does have lore, man. It goes pretty deep, man. The lore goes back. It goes pretty deep. All right. We also, another waifu to wrangle is Sakura from Hyper Police. And this is where, well, no, in fact, Kondo, I think Kondo or Kondo, whatever. She's where the stacked meme originated. But you know, Sakura, she's worth wrangling for sure. They're all worth wrangling. We'd be here all night if we tried to wrangle them all. But that's what the wrangle jihad. That's what the wrangle jihad is for. That's what we're gonna do, Bim Bams. Exactly. You have to study the lore. You have to learn the knowledge. The wrangling way. Okay? You have to know. You have to study. You have to rise up. Become one of the Bim Bams. One of the Baconeers that will rise in the ranks and teach the ways of wrangling throughout all the land. It's happening. I can see it. I know that one day the Baconeers will take over the entire galaxy, wrangling waifu after waifu. We cannot be stopped. Long live the Bim Bams! All right, so yeah, we gotta wrangle Sakura. WWO for life. Now, a lot of people were talking about the difference between the manga and the anime, and I wanna take a little segment here. I don't know if this is gonna be a recurring segment, but we're gonna talk about the differences. So we have the anime here, and we have the manga. We had a few things were different in the manga. I must say. A lot of people were pointing it out in the chat. It was getting into like spoiler territory. Because I'm like, no, you're gonna spoil it. You can't spoil it now. But yeah, several things were different in the manga. Starting with Sakura and her pajamas. She was much more free-spirited, if you will.
George Washington! Go out and become fishers of waifus.
Go out and become fishers of waifus. The waifu speakers. That's right, Battleframe. Thank you. Pizza rolls for you, good sir. Thank you. But yeah, so Sakura, she looked a little bit different, definitely dressed different. Natsuki, you'll see here, definitely looked a bit different. And we can see in Batanan's imaginations, because in the anime, we only got to hear what he was thinking. He said, oh, Natsuki would look good in this, or I want to buy this outfit for her. But we never really got to see what she looked like, or if we did, it was the briefest of glimpse. Not even worth screen capping because it was such a quick pan, quick glimpse. We didn't really get to see much. But in the manga, we get a full visual of what Batanan is picturing when he thinks of Natsuki and these various outfits.
Gyat.
Swing! Swing!
No Pantsu. Yeah, Batanan, he's one of us, okay? He's studied the ways, all right? He has been enlightened by the cheese. He's zooking out like one of us. And he knows the dress code of the orbital station. And so when he pictures, okay, what would Natsuki wear? What would be an appropriate outfit? He already knows. He really is one of us. The Zook must flow. And this isn't the only example either. Yeah, yams out. Clams, he says. Alchemy says clams out. She's got that womb bulge too. But also, we have trad wife Natsuki with the naked apron. Again, orbital station dress code compliant.
Gyat.
Batanan is one of us. S tier? Yeah, DigiShade. Natsuki's an S tier waifu. That's what I'm saying. Like, somebody needs to get her in your stable immediately.
Really stacked, aren't you?
Goldie Socks coming in, stacking it higher. The appropriately timed Natsuki stacking it higher. No message needed. Doesn't even need to say anything, just stacking it higher. We're building it up. We're building it up. It's the side boob hour. We had, wait a minute. We had under boob. We've got the classic above. What is this, above boob? Or is this just boob? This is just boob.
Boobs.
This is just boobs. But we have under boob, and then we have boobs, and now we have side boob. All the angles. We're covering all the angles, okay? We got to go through them all. Got to go through them all. But those weren't the only differences. Those weren't the only differences. One of the major ones is the way that Sakura tries to steal Natsuki's powers. Now, we get hints of this in the anime, and I'll show you this scene here so you can see what I'm talking about.
With her powers, I'll finally become a true nine-tailed fox. Time to dig in! It hurts! She's still alive? No! Stop resisting!
Stop resisting! She's ready. She's ready to join the police force. Stop resisting! But yeah, a lot of people were asking in the chat, like, yo, did she just bite her fanny? Did that really happen? Did she? And yes, we can confirm, chat, that in the manga, it confirms it right here. I can show you right here, chat. A lot of people already knew if they had read the manga. I had actually seen this. I haven't read much of the manga, only like the first couple volumes. So I don't even think I read enough to cover all the anime. But I read enough to cover the first few episodes. I remember this scene happening in the manga. So I knew that, yes, she did indeed bite the booty. And you get confirmation here from the manga. No doubt about it. Booty bitten. Booty bitten. Secure cake. Secure cake. Got to be careful, chat. Got to secure the cake. But that's not all. That's not all. It actually gets worse than that. Or, well, maybe better. It depends on how you look at it. But you guys remember that scene where Sakura, this actually happens a couple of times, where late at night, Sakura is creeping around. She floats into Natsuki's room. And she plans to try to steal her powers. Now, we assume that she's going to, I guess, bite her butt again. I don't know. We never see her get far enough to implement any sort of attack because she's foiled every time. It becomes a bit of a running gag, right? Most of the time, it's the other cats that look and they're like, hey, we see you, we're on to you. There's various things. I think the phone rings at some point, or maybe I'm thinking of when Batanon tries to kiss her. But regardless, is in the anime, Sakura is just floating around, and before she even approaches or gets that far in approaching Natsuki, she's foiled. Well, in the anime, we see that she bites Natsuki again. Only this time, it's not on the cake. This time, it's somewhere even more powerful. She goes from booga booga to wooga wooga.
Boobs.
I'm mashing all the buttons. She actually, she still gets foiled. It plays out very similar to the way it does in the anime, where she's trying to sneak in the middle of the night and steal her powers because she thinks nobody's looking, but then the cats or whoever foils her plans, right? Well, in the manga, she gets a little bit further along before the plans are foiled, and she goes full booba bitten, from booty bitten to booba bitten. Now, like I said, she is foiled in the exact same way. All of the cats are like, hey, yo,
Gyat.
Pardon me. Wait, I gotta find that on the soundboard so that I don't hit the wrong button this time. Where is it?
Pardon me. Pantsu.
There we go. Pardon me. Pantsu. All of the cats. They wake up and find this immediately. Tavern says, do you have a permit for that? No. She is biting booba without a permit. Without a permit. So it wakes up Natsuki right in the middle of it. I actually had to censor this one. We had to resurrect Guile. Guile hasn't had any action for a while, man. It's been a while. It's been a while since Guile has seen any action. But I had to resurrect Guile for this one. It gets a little spicy in the manga. And Natsuki wakes up in the middle. Mid-bite. Mid-chomp. Wooga wooga. Wooga wooga indeed. Milk truck just arrived. Milk truck just arrived. Holy shit. But yeah, see, that's why it's a little too spicy. It's a little too spicy. That's why they didn't put it in the anime. It was too hot. Too hot. Couldn't get away with it. It's too hot for YouTube. I had to censor it. And, speaking of too hot, that's what brings me to the new segment here. I think you guys have been waiting long enough. Some of you might have bailed out. I saw the numbers dip down a little bit. Maybe people were like, hey, where's the too hot for Saturday morning segment? This is what you've been waiting on, right? The commercials that were too spicy. Let's get into it, chat. Let's get into it. It's late night. There better not be any little bacon bits watching. Okay? Only the moldy oldie cheeseheads can be watching right now because we're about to get into the commercials that were too hot for Saturday morning. I could not include them. Saturday morning. Well, I mean, I could, but I just felt bad about doing it. So we're going to get into that. Kiss Mew says, the holy trifecta. That's right. All right, so let's get into some commercials. Let's watch a couple of commercials. This is a new segment. I don't know if this is going to be a repeat segment. They might shut us down. Okay, they might shut us down after this. I don't know. We might get shut down after this, chat. But this is a new segment. Too hot for Saturday morning. These are commercials. That were just too spicy for me to put in the Saturday morning lineup. Some of them legit got banned. Like, the reason why I got this screenshot right here is because you guys probably recognize that this was a banned Skittles commercial. I don't even know if it was real. So people say it was real. I don't know. I have my doubts. But yeah, it was a banned Skittles commercial where the wedding, the couple after their wedding were consummating the marriage, and of course Skittles replaced something there, and yeah, couldn't be putting that in the Saturday morning cartoons. Didn't seem like a proper fit for Saturday morning cartoons. Now there was one commercial that I did put in a previous volume. It was actually the gamer edition. What was that, like volume 12? I don't know. It was a long time ago. It was way back. And I actually put this one in the volume. So this one made it by. I'm going to play it right now. I want to see if you guys remember this, if you've seen it, because like I said, it was way back in like volume 12. So anybody who's new might not have seen it. See what you guys think of this one.
So we're out partying last night. Dude, he got on the bar and started pissing all over these freaking bikers.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, yeah, it started a fight.
Then we get back here and he goes all night.
This place is completely trashed. He's paying for it now.
A hangover's never pretty. But a squirrel with a hangover, that's just obscene. Conker's bad for a day. Rated M for mature.
Whoa, new waifu. We got a new waifu right here. Video game waifus. I need to start doing streams on the gaming channel so we can wrangle video game waifus. All the waifus have been relegated to cartoons and anime. That's all the waifus we wrangle. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I'm not complaining. There's plenty of waifus from cartoons and anime. That's a plentiful, a bountiful territory, if you will. But I need to start doing more streams on the gaming channel so we can wrangle some gaming waifus, some video game waifus. We got a new one right here. Yeah, do you guys remember Conker's Bad Fur Day? Like, I don't know. Watching back on this commercial right now, I can't believe that I put it in the volume.
Yeah, you like that, baby? Yeah, I know you do. I know you like that. I know you love that.
Belly rubs. Who doesn't love belly rubs? Belly rubs are good. Yeah, this commercial's pretty wild though. It's like a rated R commercial, man. Ronald says, I kind of remember it on G4. What, the commercial or the video game? Because like the video game is about Infamous at this point. Because it had the M rating. It was made by Rare, who went on to become a very well-known and beloved studio. And this was one of their earlier games. We'll probably never get another game like it, especially these days. Woke people would hate Conker's Bad Fur Day. Holy shit, they would hate it. Iota1 says Sweet Baby Inc. not detected. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Sweet Baby Inc. not detected. Not in this game. Not on this stream. Not on this channel. Damn right. Damn right. All right, I've got a couple of commercials here that have not appeared in any Saturday morning volumes. I don't know that they ever will, partly because they're from like, I don't even think they're early 2000s. I think they're after 2010. I try to keep everything 2009 and before. And usually I try to keep it in the 80s and 90s. I don't even do the early 2000s that often. But when I do, I try to keep it before 2009. So these next two commercials, I think, came after that. They came after 2010. I'm not really sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell with commercials. They're not like shows where they have a Wikipedia page and you can look up exactly when they were made. But beyond that, as you'll see, they're not the best fit for Saturday morning cartoons. Like we enjoy them as cultured individuals, the Baconeers, the Bim Bams. We enjoy them, and we'll play them. We'll watch them here. We'll play them here, but not for Saturday morning. Not for Saturday morning. So that's why I called this too hot for Saturday morning. So I've got two of them here. These were the best two, the hottest two, because I had a few others, and there were some that I looked at. I'm like, this one isn't even that bad. But these two, yeah, these are the best. You'll see.
Swing, swing.
With pulled pork on a cheeseburger. It's barbecue's best pair.
Golly! That's where you need that Kurt Angle where he's like, yeah! Yeah, man, these Carl's Jr. commercials, or Hardee's as some people know it, they were crazy before the woke times and the before times. Before it was all woke and women all had to be ugly and fat. This was the before times where we celebrated hot women. Yeah! But yeah, you can see why I wouldn't put this in a Saturday morning lineup. It's a little too out of place, you know?
Swing, swing.
Goes a little too crazy. But this isn't even the hottest one. I've got one that's even more spicy, saucy, whatever you want to call it. Let's go.
Black Angus beef and bacon? So Tex. Fire roasted peppers and onions? It's Mex. Let's settle this. Mex! 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 Mex!
Should we tell him it's both? Eventually.
When Tex meets Mex, it's a win-win. The Tex-Mex Bacon Thick Burger. Only at Carl.
Golly! That you want to talk about the smack heard round the world? That's the smack
When
heard
Tex
round the world.
meets Mex, it's a
Shake your booty!
That is the smack heard round the world right there.
Booty!
Squeegee approved.
Swing, swing.
But yeah, these were commercials that I was like, yeah, let's not put those on Saturday morning. That's a little too spicy.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
Gyat.
Goldie Socks coming in, stacking it higher. We're building it up. We're stacking it higher.
Gyat.
What more can you say, man? What more can you say? It's the right amount. The right amount of spicy, Taverns Pool says. It's the right amount of spicy. Back when burgers looked like burgers. Hothead. That's okay. That might be the comment of the night right there. Back when burgers looked like burgers, man. The before times. Oh man, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. So yeah, these were the commercials that didn't make the cut because I felt like they were a little too spicy. Although I don't know, based on you guys' reactions, maybe I should rethink. Maybe I should. I need to be smacked in the face.
When Tex meets Mex, it's
the jiggle physics, man, for science, man. It's crazy. All right. Now to wrap up for the evening, let me tell you what I got for tomorrow night, guys. We got a really fun lineup of anime for tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning, I've already informed you that it's volume 420. You've seen the premieres already up there. I told you that we've got a super secret bonus cartoon that's going to be zooked out, as well as every other episode and commercial in the volume tomorrow morning is zooked out to the max. So you already know tomorrow morning's going to be crazy. But for tomorrow night at midnight, the Saturday night anime, we're going to be doing a bit of a repeat formula from last week because you guys really, really enjoyed that. As I mentioned earlier, I got more positive feedback from the format than the actual anime that was within the format. So we're doing that again this week. We're going to watch one episode of Dream Dimension Hunter Fandora. This is a 3-episode OVA, but only the first episode was ever recorded or dubbed in English. And even that is very hard to come by. There's only a VHS recording of it. I was not able to find any sort of remaster or DVD copy or anything available of the English dub of the first OVA of Fandora. So I got the VHS rip of it. I got a better close to DVD. I don't know. It looks like a DVD, but it's like standard editions before they remastered stuff. So I got a pretty good quality of the video of Fandora, and then I got the VHS rip, and I took the English dub, and I'm gonna pair it up to the DVD rip of the video, and so we'll have the first episode of Fandora to watch in English. Unfortunately, episode 2 and 3 of the OVA are Japanese only. I might feature them in a future stream, you know, whenever we run out of English dub anime and we start watching stuff in Japanese. I don't know if maybe that day will come. I don't know. But if we do, then we'll eventually watch 2 and 3. But for now, we're just going to watch the first episode of Dream Dimension Hunter Fandora. And then after that first episode, we will then be watching the next 2 episodes, which I think are the only 2 episodes that exist, of Labyrinth of Flames. So if you guys were worried, if you thought, oh man, only 1 episode, I mean, you know, she's a pretty cute looking waifu. It's got that 80s retro anime style that we like. Kind of sad that we're not going to watch the other 2. Don't worry, because I got more waifus than you know what to do with in Labyrinth of Flames here. Now, this one isn't necessarily from the 80s. It doesn't have the same style. However, it does have a very nice style. I don't think there's anything wrong with this style. But this is from like 99 or 2000. It's like the turn of the century. But holy shit, it is packed with waifus. Wall-to-wall waifus. You want to talk about stacking it high? This anime is stacked. Wall-to-wall waifus. They're building it up. They're stacking it high in the Labyrinth of Flames. And so we're going to be watching both episodes of this OVA Saturday night, right after Fandora. I'll put a couple of commercials in between. We'll keep the format the same, just like we did last week. So we'll keep it fun with like the random obscure commercials that whatever I can find, really. It's just like random stuff. It doesn't really have anything to do with the time or the anime that we're watching. But we'll have some fun commercials peppered in there. And we'll have both episodes of Labyrinth of Flames. And not only is it packed, like I said, it's stacked wall to wall, packed and stacked wall to wall waifus. But I think my personal favorite is this one right here. We have a Texas reporter waifu wearing
boobs.
I'm sorry, wrong button.
Tiny mini skirt.
I had all the other buttons right all night. I messed up. But yeah, she's got the tiny mini skirts. Although we can see she's not compliant with Orbital Station dress code entirely. Kitty's going to be on that one. Rest assured. Kitty won't let that one slide. But yeah, we have a cowgirl reporter, tiny miniskirt waifu. So yeah, this anime is packed. This anime is stacked. Wall to wall. It's going to be awesome. So I really hope to see you guys there for that. So that's what we're going to be having tomorrow night, midnight time, Eastern Standard Time. Midnight Eastern Standard Time. So that's what we're going to be watching tomorrow night. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Tomorrow morning is going to be zooked out. I'm already zooked out. Tonight has been zooked out. It's going to be awesome. Like, you guys are the best. I hope you've had fun tonight. Be sure to like up the stream if you've enjoyed the madness tonight. The spicy commercials, the waifus, the wrangling, the cheese was flowing. We've unlocked new wrangle techniques, the wrangle jihad, the holy war on waifus that we're going to wage across the universe. So yeah, it's going to be fun, guys, man. We had fun tonight, man. Every week, I love doing these streams because interacting with you guys, it's so much fun during the week and on Saturdays in the chat, but being able to actually like talk with you and have the jokes and stuff, it like takes it to another level, and it's just the best. It's just the best. I don't have any other words for it. Love you guys to death. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. We do have the Lex Express over on Bacon Bits, which is the second channel, Orbital Bacon Bits, starting at midnight Eastern time tonight. So if you want some live action sci-fi weirdness, and I do mean weirdness, that show gets weirder with every episode, and we are about halfway through season 4. So you couldn't imagine, it started out pretty weird, and we're halfway through season 4, which is the final season, and it is just cranking up the weirdness into exponential levels. So if you guys want to check that out, check out the second channel, Orbital Bacon Bits, because we do that every Friday night after these live streams here. We go over and we get aboard the Lex Express and we watch that. And when that's done, since I mentioned that is the final season, season 4, when that's done, I've got a few other shows in store that are just as weird, maybe not more weird, but they're just as, it's hard to top Lex. It's hard to top Lex, but they're definitely weird and fun. And we'll have that after Lex is over. So we'll keep the tradition going over on the second channel. So be sure to check that out. I do more live action type stuff over there and anything that gets taken down from this channel. So Megas XLR is over there. Animorphs is over there. Japanese Beast Wars is over there. So yeah, lots of fun stuff over there. So check that out. And then I mentioned the gaming stream a little bit ago because I want to wrangle some video game waifus. So I might crank that up over the weekend, maybe Sunday, maybe next week sometime. I don't know. I've got a really fun game that I want to show you guys that involves the X-Men and really, well, the whole Marvel universe really, but I know that some people have been watching X-Men 97. It's not my bag, but we do love the original 90s X-Men. So I've got a game that that relates to that. So might fire that up over the weekend. We'll see. But yeah, we'll do some gaming streams over there. That's Orbital Arcade. So be sure to check out that channel over there. I want to give a big shouts out to all the supporters tonight. You guys are beyond generous, beyond awesome. You are the ones that really keep the channel going. You know, you keep the cheese flowing. And I really do mean that. Like it wouldn't be possible. This started out as just a little hobby and I was just doing it every now and then. But because the community has been so amazing, so supportive, all the channel members, the people who have donated tonight, that donate every week, you guys have turned this into an unstoppable force where now we're watching stuff every day. We're streaming anime, Saturday morning cartoons. We're doing all sorts of stuff. And we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. It's just going to keep growing. We had the BOOGA train last week. We were stacking it high this week. The stack, I don't even know what to call it yet. We need to think of some fun name to call that, but we were stacking it up this week. And yeah, it makes it like this empire. I don't know what else to call it, man. We're growing into an empire, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so awesome. It's you guys that are making it. We've got so much more entertainment on the way, more content, not just the old school nostalgic entertainment that we enjoy, but brand new original content. I've been telling you guys, I've been showing you sneak previews here and there. So stay tuned because it's on the way. Until then though, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here. Thank you everyone for being here. You all mean the world. Every single one of you. God bless you all. I want you all to stay awesome. And until next time, hope to see you tomorrow morning. Until then, the cheese must flow.
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.